How's everybody doing tonight? Let me get a quick moment of silence for the true reason that we're here. If you don't mind. Thank you. When I first decided to come here tonight, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna read a little fraction of a chapter of a book that I wrote. But out of all these pages, there's nothing in here kid-friendly enough to even begin to explain what I went through as a child. So, I'll say this. When I was younger, back in the 70s, early 80s, one form of my punishment as a child was to stand hours at a time on a book. And if you think about it, you might not think it's that big a deal. But when you stand there as a child, with the energy that a child has, for minimal reasons, things of that nature, this can become quite a punishment. Because this, you move from this little square, even 1 inch, for me anyways, meant missing teeth. It meant scars on my head. It meant being locked in a basement. Four and a half months it took me to write this book, and I did it with a passion that I have here. I did it because I need to bring awareness to you guys and the world, not just this country, not just the people sitting in this room, the world. Because there are children everywhere that are dealing with the same issues, way worse than what we think of. You see, we live our lives every day, plugging away at it, paying the bills, earning a few bucks, man, just to get by. But it means nothing. Not a thing. Because down your street, 4 houses down from you, there's a child who has secrets, man, that you had no clue about. Or you might know about. And if you do, then you live in a wrong life. Because you should be saying something about it. You should be standing up for that kid. Why we don't do it, I don't know. Instead of speaking up ourselves, we try to take it to a different level. Say the state level, the government level, by calling the police. Let's go to the lowest form. Let's say the police. And I'm not saying our officers of the law are the lowest form of life. I'm just saying that they're the first ones we call. I'm going to call the police because I hear some screaming over here. They show up, if we're lucky, an hour later. Well, there's nothing we can do. We're going to call protective services. But what do? Very little. The proof is in the papers. The negative proof, the real horrible proof, in the obituaries. They don't care. They're looking at the big picture. They're looking at the big things, and that's all they want to see. But we have people that can sit around and we can write books. We can protest. We can do anything we want to. But the only way it's going to stop is if you yourselves put it in check. Because it starts with you, the solitary person. One person can be an army like you've never imagined. Take 2 people, and then 3 people, and then 4 people. You unite together, man, you can have a force that can be reckoned with that you've never imagined. The most powerful country in the world is what? The United States, right? They ain't got nothing against us, the average Joes, the U.S. citizens who really built this country. We're the backbone. We're the ones who created everything that you see around you. But there will be nothing here tomorrow if we don't start protecting our kids today. I don't get it. I don't see why we depend on somebody else when we can do it ourselves. Everything starts with you, inside of you, and that's it. Laws are changing, but they're changing too slow. Back in the 70s, when I was a kid, early 80s, it was way different. And my father, put it this way, his name was Elvis. He was from Kentucky, a mountain boy. The guy could get away with anything. Today, the laws are so strict on certain things, so how can he get away with that today? It wouldn't happen. But it still does. The proof is, well, why we're here right now. Dominick died a horrible death, man. Billy Crano died a horrible death. Blake Linton died a horrible death. The list goes on and on and on. Imagine being 40 pounds, looking up at a person who weighs 10 times more than you and just having this monster just crush the life out of your body. Not right. And if you allow it to happen by not making that phone call, by simply just putting it in check, then you're just as guilty in my book. I don't care what you say, how you try to argue me about it. Vote it out, count it out, do what you want to do, but it ain't going to happen unless you yourself stand up, stand firm, and stop it. Your vote is not going to count. You can vote all you want. This country's what? It's over 200 years old. We've been voting for over 200 years. Nothing's changed. Not a dang thing, man. Nothing's changed at all. So after 200 years, it's still the same routine, still the same cycle that has never quit. The things I went through as a child do not happen in my family or my household today. So I broke that cycle. Me, solitarily. But it was by choice. We all have a choice. So if every single one of you in here make that one choice, choose to decide to make a difference, and it's going to happen. If you choose to decide to make a difference and it don't happen, then you get your buddy to help you out. Then before you know it, it's going to become such a huge issue that people of authority, those so-called individuals that we vote into office, are going to see it and they're going to make a difference. Like Rick Calhoun and all his followers, when Dominick's law, that kicked into effect, and look what happened today. I'm going to try to cut this short, but hey, listen. You guys, we are all here for a reason. And if you aren't here right now, then, hey, maybe something happened or whatever, but we are all soldiers in the same war. We fight wars all over this world that the government wants to choose to fight, but we choose to fight this war. The government's not going to do it. No politician's going to do it for us. It's up to us to end the issues that are at hand right now, and that's the bottom line, period. So stand firm on the front line.